Welcome in today to another starter beginner build. Last time we got the Chaos, Kabbalists, Skeleties, Skeleteronis all the way to Lokar and killed Lokar rather easily, including all the other content that a starter build should be doing. Today I want to start a new Inquisitor. I kind of want to keep him like solo Inquisitor for quite a bit, and like last time I played Inquisitor as a starter build, I was focusing on Rune of not Ograd, but rather Kalastor, right? And Rune of Kalastor is arguably like probably the best way to level a Inquisitor anyway, especially because, spoiler, there's gonna be an item that gives you onslaught stacks of Flames of Ignifar, so you can like charge your onslaught stacks with Ignifar and then like use them for Rune of Kalastor, for example. So that's gonna be pretty nice. But the one I'm gonna do today is probably gonna be more like something either lightning or cold focused. So I'll probably start with Stormbox and then maybe later on go with Rune of Hagrid instead. We'll see. But yeah, let's go with Box first. Veteran, I mean, we go Veteran once we feel strong enough. We have like all the items. Before that, I think it's like kind of a waste of time, so let's just play normal for now. Welcome guys, welcome Maximus, Durgans, Scatterbrain, Zipint. Time to movement speed max. Well, that only works if you're using at least one gun, right? Which is very nice if you're playing like a Purifier or even more zoomy a Berserker Inquisitor, right? And you play a gun Berserker Inquisitor. That could be maybe something fun as well, actually. Maybe next build. New patch online? No, well, I mean, 1.3 is in playtest since forever. So that one was online since kind of like forever. There's no new playtest for that though. Like there was no new version for it yet. I hope it's gonna come this week still, but we'll see. Using Bloodborer? You mean like the gun, Bloodborer? Well, if you are playing, like... I should be using my skills here. What the fuck am I doing? I'm talking too much. Well, if you are planning on like playing something like a Bleed Pierce Inquisitor, I guess Bloodborer is pretty nice, like legendary endgame gun. Or even like... well, it's not necessarily endgame, it's a faction item, if I remember correctly even, right? Anyway, I do have a gun now, so maybe it would be worth... hang on, where's my loot filter? That's here, right? There we go. So maybe I should put like a point into ranged expertise for the... well, actually it gives you maximum movement speed, it doesn't give you like any base, like just standard movement speed, so unless you have like already capped movement speed, it doesn't really do much, does it? Let's start by like putting 2 points into the skull and like 1 point into the bar-ish. So we get some stats while getting a lot of damage, so we can pretty much like almost one-shot everything here in normal early game. It is a faction blueprint legendary, it is after all, yeah, true. So you could like play like start to build around that too if you wanted to. Not wrong, not wrong. Yo, fire wreck Pokemon. Dual Guns Groundkeeper actually sounds kind of nutty. Like movement speed wise at least, it does, yeah. And damage wise, I mean you could go like what, pierce damage at least, or cold damage as well. Rather easily. Even Chaos has some decent support, to be fair. Maybe not as good as pierce, but still decent. Berserker, well... you could go for a Berserker, sure. Like dual bleed pistols as a like with Bloodborer, for example. Yeah, I mean, Could be a good build, yeah. Chaos Bleed meta. Not sure about Hybris Chaos Bleed, but I think both Chaos as well as Bleed are gonna be pretty good. But also Pierce and Cold don't seem that bad right now, especially Pierce, because of like Cunning being really good. Not sure if that's getting a little nerfed for release though. Might be. Seems a little ridiculous right now, at least to me. Yo, Chris Salad, welcome on, welcome on. How's it going? I'm doing good, man. How about you? Haven't been as... But I'm trying to get back into streaming properly, and I'm trying to fix like a proper streaming schedule. Like stream at least like every Monday and Thursday, and maybe like 1/3 day whenever I have time. Like on the weekends, maybe. But before that I didn't really have much time to stream as much as in the past. But of course, whenever Fangs and like the next season are out, I do wanna... Whether I have the time or not, I'm just gonna take the time to stream, you know? And also I'll be more motivated to like take the time to stream as well. Because it's gonna be some actual action happening. Full-time streamer arc. You gotta keep your options open, let's say it like that, right? You could always have a plan B in life. Can't just walk through life with only one plan. Action is coming. Yo, Xenonic, welcome. Tears and Cold, Chaos could also go nuts with the Blood Gun, a Chaos Gun, some ice from the Chaos, do both Deceiver build. Yeah. I mean, Chaos is pretty strong as well, for sure. I blow up more when the expansion releases. We'll see, hopefully. We shall see. I do have to prepare myself though, like on YouTube properly. That's why I'm also like doing like lots of these runs, so I can start producing like starter guides and some other like videos once the expansion is close or like about to release. You're gonna blow up as well. Don't blow up your brains, get the brain. Oh, it's already scattered. Aha. Soul Prison. Maximus. Wait, you're already here, really? Right. Oh no, Hunter X Hunter. Welcome in, man. Can we give us some spoiler? What do you want to see, Malva? What kind of spoiler do you want? What kind of spoiler do you desire? Here's a spoiler. This is a new elite type that is not in the game yet. I mean, with Fangs of Astakarn you will have thundering champions, or like thundering heroes, which will drop a thundering shard in your face, which deals some lightning damage, but if you're playing Stormbox, you just out-thunder them. Right, and I don't know, Stormbox is still fucking insane, what the fuck, man? Still so much damage. For like no reason. Apart from you like clicking one button. Yo, Stan. Welcome to Blue Boar. Literally him, yeah. Blue Boar is getting added for Fangs of Astakarn. Starting a petition to do a Flanks of Ignafar build. Dude, I was thinking about doing Ignafar today. Then I looked at items. I also looked at items coming with Flanks of Astakarn. Then I saw that a medal that already exists right now is getting onslaught stacks to Flanks of Ignafar. Which means Ignafar is good as like a filler for the best leveling build in the game for Inquisitor right now, which is Rune of Kalastor. So at least if you wanna like do Kalastor leveling, right, you can like use Ignafar on top as like one pointer to like charge some onslaught to make your Kalastor hit even harder. Can you encounter Tempest Totems on normal? You can Technically, I think, yeah, if you go all the way to the expansion content, right? To the Pangs of Astakarn Act, and you click on the like, what's it called again? The Altar of Ascension over there, then you will be able to basically unlock Tempest Totems, I believe, on any difficulty, as long as you, like, you know, sacrifice the appropriate materials. Which is still not gonna be like comparable to like the amount of Tempest Totems that you're gonna get in Ascendant difficulty, but you can technically encounter some on normal, yeah, I think. I think so, I think so. Oh shit, this is fixed. Why was the potion bug, like, not fixed in the other character? That's wild. Hmm. Wait, I'm not playing the season, am I? No, right? Not playing season mod, am I? Guess we'll find out if Julius drops his medal or not. If he doesn't, then it's standard. Wait, was there a patch? Pretty sure there was no patch, right? No. No, no, no. That's weird then, like... Why was the potion buggy on the other character and fine on this one? Hello, hello. 40 skill points. That was still good as a filler. Well, while leveling you don't really... Wait, my Stormbox was not dealing damage because I clicked my Stormbox on the box instead of on the enemies. And like putting Stormbox on a box, on a destructible box, apparently like puts Stormbox on cooldown, but it doesn't actually like deal any damage to anything. That was wild. Boxes have 100% immunity against box. Against Stormbox. If you put it directly on the box. If you put it next to the box, then the box just dies. Hey, Grim Dawn is a wonderful game with no bugs and no weird interactions ever. Alright, let's get some movement speed here. Let's start zooming a little bit. Updated UI, potion overhaul. Well, I mean, yeah, like the 1.3 or like Fangs of Astakarn potions are slightly bigger, and you will also be able to change them and also to change their appearance, because you're gonna be able to put different modifiers on them, and then like depending on what kind of modifiers you have on potions, they will do different things and they will also look differently. Have I done my daily poll yet? No, I have not filled out the Lasipok poll yet. I know, shame on me. Shame on me. I have not played any Lasipok endgame yet. Let's start with Jackal, right? Daring, aren't we? Do a poll if PoE2 is better or not. We can do that poll after the release, maybe. I mean, after the reveal today, maybe. We shall see, we shall see. Let's get some stats so we can wear some things. This is all damage, so it's lightning damage. My current offense is not all damage. Like no lightning damage. Some boots. Oh, we got off haste boots already. We've got movement speed boots. Very nice, very nice. Group them together, click once, boom. They have been boxed. Did I save the guy who we have to save here? Not yet, right? Search for the caravan driver. Well, if he's not on the right side, right? If he's neither here nor here, he's always gonna be here. And there he is. Fuck, I clicked on the box again. Like, if I click on this box here, right? It goes on cooldown and nothing happens. What the fuck? Wrecked by boxes. Box wrecked by box. You just skip the guy, what? But you need to save him, otherwise he's gonna be wrecked by Slith. Eaten by Slith. Fucked by Slith, who knows? Huh? And also, you're not gonna have a second shop, which means you will have to walk like a slightly longer distance to sell your items in Devil's Crossing. Skip them all, who's good in this world anyways. That's true. But are you better than anybody else? Shouldn't like a bad person help out another bad person? Since we're all bad persons in this world, who knows? I kind of like the second, like the shop and like being closer, like having like closer distance to run from the Rift Gate and so on. I like it, that's fine. I mean, of course, like you can't skip that if you hate the guy. Sure. Even Kaiman guys are the bad. I mean, especially the Kaiman guys. What do you mean, even the Kaiman guys? Even Slithossi ring costs 100G, yeah. You can just throw away yellows and very soon start hiding yellows, like they're not any good anyway. Majestic, welcome, welcome. BP Frosty, welcome. Quick question, the Beer Constellation Maul as an aura? It's a debuff, kind of like a curse. I mean, yeah, it deals damage once a second like Curse of Reality, and it does not stack. Yeah, it does. It only refreshes the duration when you reapply it.
Good, you're back.
Correct.
Almost on year club.
Marco back, welcome. Almost 1 year club, BP Frosty, welcome back. Thank you so much for 11 months of support. Welcome back to the Bloomers, appreciate it. Hello. Alright, let's go back and actually do some quests. Because I do want more backspace as well. Thought it was like bull. Well, it looks like bull, but it's not like bull. That's... Well, I feel like 50% of new players think it's like bull, but it's not. So I kind of just want to like look for lightning damage, I guess, at this point. Everything that's not lightning damage is like gonna be instantly sold. Crit damage. Wait, can box crit? Box cannot be dodged, right? Box can crit and it cannot be dodged, I think. If I remember correctly. Dog box is such a weird skill, dude. Like, okay, I mean, this one has lightning damage, but double rest is kind of decent too. Blue items. I guess these blue items are like a good example to start understanding why most blue items are bad.
See you around.
Look for bull. They look at bull and they think it's bear. But they should know, right? From Baldur's Gate 3.
Come see what's left of my wares. Iron well spent.
They should know what, huh? How did I get 0 slit necklaces? What? Such a scam, man. Alright, we got 5 scrap for this guy. Which is exactly what I needed. Calculated. Chop, chop. Let's put one more down here. What is my movement speed right now? 114. That could be way better. A frostbite? Hey, that's some cold damage. But wait, I need lightning damage. I need a thunder. Maybe we get a spider ring here? Spider ring, maybe? Oh, these are all white mobs. What the fuck? I think only the yellow spiders can drop the ring. Unfortunate. When will Crate release the new expansion? Supposedly they're gonna spoiler the, or like, yeah, like basically spoiler the release date in May at some point. They may or may not do that, yep. It looks like a bunch of stats and it's not that bad, but it's not like the matching damage type and I would lose more resistances again. Maybe they just shadow drop the expansion. Maybe they just like shadow drop another delay to the expansion, yeah. Who knows? Yo, Corn, welcome on Bloomer. Still learning the game at softcore. What? Yeah, I'm not a veteran yet. If that's what you mean. I'm not a veteran gamer, just started playing this game right now, beginner. First time playing the game, man. This game's so hard, you have to learn it more than once. The Snapper RPX 210. When you posted that earlier, like yesterday, I was like, I had to actually Google it, like, wait, is it actually not just random words, but it's actually like a lawnmower? That was quite funny. It actually is. He dropped some random lawnmower lore right there. Alright. Cool. So the main reason why we did this is, of course, to get another quest completed, which is part of the main quest line anyway, but also because we get another devotion shrine, and even more importantly, at least right now, we get another bag. More backspace, woohoo.
See anything you like? Put it to good use.
Let's put it to good use. Okay, if I want to play lightning damage, right, I could go for... Honestly, like, early tsunami is not that bad nowadays. I could still go tsunami. Then of course you go like Arcane Bomb or some shit like that, right?
Grim Dawn's most comprehensive free update ever is now available. V1.2 is dense with new features, mechanics, and quality of life improvements that have been on top of your wish lists. You can look forward to improved leveling, better difficulty skips, new accessibility features, a dedicated evade ability, and much, much more. V1.2 is, without a doubt, our Labor of Love update that will usher in the next era of Grim Dawn before Fangs of Astrakhan is released in 2024. Clueless.
Okay, Clueless. In 2024, yeah. Heaviest, biggest copium ever, dude. 1.2 was insane though, not gonna lie. Fangs of Astrakhan in 2024, yeah, surely. Hey, close enough. They just missed their overall like development time by basically 100% by taking twice as long as initially intended. But maybe the content they're gonna give us is also gonna be twice as much, right? Maybe. Maybe not quite, but maybe. Surely. Surely even. Hi, I'm Envy. Hello, Envy. Wait, your YouTube name is not even Hilm Envy. It's actually just Hi, I'm Envy. What the fuck? Well, he didn't change it on Twitch, I think. To be fair, he changed his name on Twitch at least, like, I think once as well. And he changed it from, like, Hi, I'm Envy to Hi _ I'm Envy or something like that. He got hacked. Imposter. Dude, the word Hilm, I'm always thinking about somebody basically like using, like, the grass part of grain as a helmet, like a straw helmet, basically. That's a, like in my mind, a helm is a straw helmet. I don't know why, like a straw helm as a helm. Because it sounds similar to the German word Halm as well, but also helm. Right, so it's like kind of... That's what I... So I imagine like Hilm Envy being like a guy called Envy. Maybe who's envious as well of something, who knows. Wearing like kind of like a straw helmet. Alright, random brain lore drop right there. Random wrecked by brain. Maybe I should like add like Word of Pain to what I'm doing right now to get even more damage. But then again, I don't mind like pushing my bar right now. Like I really have like not that much HP anyway as an Inquisitor, so... I mean, this is chill so far. Why Stormbox and not Seal? Seed of what? Inquisitor Seal? As a damage ability? I mean, you could, but... Wait, why?
Well, I'll be.
Wait, it's like 25. I mean, I don't have it yet, right? If I like would retake all of my points from box, I could like push here and then like take it, but it wouldn't have that many points, and you could. I mean, I guess for like early normal gaming, it's not even that like bad damage-wise, but I think it's gonna fall off like even sooner than box, right? Like box with the right items kinda doesn't fall off that much anyway. I mean, also box stacks and seal doesn't, yeah. This one has lightning damage, let's go. What stacks from the box? The flat lightning, I believe, from the base ability. I think, I mean, all the dots obviously don't stack. And I think the tether also doesn't stack unless you make like enemies like walk through tether, like more than like different tethers. I think that might stack. Oh, you meant Word of Pain? Oh. I mean, Word of Pain is like slightly better for AoE. I agree on that. But I believe, or rather I would say it is significantly worse for single target. You can run both though, and you can combine the two and like put points into skill A or skill B is, again, whichever way you want to, basically. Like, I would say if you had to choose only one of the two, I would always go for box, but if you want to, you can also run both, that's fine. If you tether two different targets, it might or might not stack, exactly. And it might or might not even stack dot damage. I don't know. I don't know how the tether. I mean, I know the tether is like kind of like a channeling skill basically, but I'm not sure if like you're the source or the enemy on which it's like put as kind of. I mean, you have to be the source, so I guess it doesn't stack. Even if you get like, even if you make like enemies get hit by multiple tethers, I guess. But the flat lightning should stack. I think make it stack. Just change the engine, lol. Yeah. Just change the template. There's a door there. I mean, there's a door, yeah. Sometimes. What do you mean, there's no door? Sometimes there is a door. Well, it's not one layout, right? Like every single blockage can be like it's individually different from any other blockage, so there's not like only 3 different layouts. There's like, I don't know how many different layouts possibilities in general. I mean, there's only one layout, one base layout with like only minor changes in pathing, but those minor changes in pathing, there's like a lot of variants, or like many different combinations. Well, so like the map itself is static in Grim Dawn, right? But there are like these blockage spawners, and you usually have like 3 or 4 of them together in one group, which means then like block is gonna like spawn in one of those 3 locations. But you have like more than one blockage usually, so there's usually like 3 or 4 of those groups, so you have like a 1 in 3 chance, and that's like individually calculated for like all the groups, so yeah, that's like lots of combinations generally. Sometimes it's even the other way around. Sometimes if it's like a map with like tons of blockages, it can be the other way around. Say like 3 potential blockage spawners are together in one group, but instead of only one spawning, it is all but one spawning, right? So there's only like one open, and all the others block you. There is one layout where you have to go to the center, but that's like a 1 in 12 or something like that chance, basically, because it's like you have to hit like multiple like 1 in 3s or something like that. So it's maybe like a 1 in 9 or maybe like 1 in 27. I think it's like a 1 in... I think it might be like a 1 in 12, because it's like one is like a 1 out of 3 and the other one is like a 1 out of 4. But yeah, sometimes you do have to go all the way to through the center. Very rarely though.
Ah, we speak at last.
Not doing the map like every other RPG. I like generally, I think for a campaign, I prefer Grim Dawn's system by a lot when it comes to like world immersion and so on. Because the world itself always is the same. Because, I mean, a world in real life also doesn't really change much unless there's like volcanoes erupting or some like rivers changing their flows, you know? So I like that actually, because it's static. But then you do still have like some pathing variants because of some like blockades, and then like sometimes it like forces you to run like a suboptimal route. But because there's like different routes, you sometimes like get to see like a different part of the map as well, if you weren't full clearing before. But that's kind of cool. For like endgame SR stuff though, the map, I mean, Shattered Realm does exist in Grim Dawn, but Shattered Realm, literally every single Shattered Realm map is handcrafted as well. There's nothing randomly generated about any SR map. And as a developer, you can imagine the pain of having to like handcraft all those SR levels. So for SR, it's like gigafucked, the system, but for campaign, I really like the system a lot more. Whereas most other RPGs are like rather the other way around, at least PoE is, and I believe. Well, Last Epoch is also actually static, right? Ellie has like the same system, except Ellie forgot to add multiple paths and forgot to add like some variety and variants, so Last Epoch just feels kind of bland and always the same, and more boring. Grim Dawn blockage feels toxic, like a bait in Grim Dawn. I honestly like it. I mean, sure, you're getting annoyed sometimes that you're getting blocked here or there, but ultimately it does bring some variety, right? It can be a little annoying, I guess, for like speedrunning, but then again, for speedrunning, you just like use skips anyway, and then like the automatic path finding is gonna find your path anyway. It's not like that big of a deal. Hey, elemental damage. Sure, we're losing like some stuff here, but also we have a aggressive thunder, which is Giga. This is a stun jax offhand, but I mean, it's also insane for a box at this point. Let's start removing yellows. I don't really need them anymore. Bye bye. They're also not worth selling. They like sell for nothing basically. LA damage, sure. Let's get some of that. Vigorous of Dreeg's Gaze. Bold Splitter. The age of the engine is not the problem. Well, yeah, the problem is like how the entire engine was like set up initially in the first place. It's like you can have an old engine that can support proper random map gen, and you can have an engine that doesn't. It doesn't really have to do anything with the age. But once the engine is done, adding something like that retroactively is you might as well like just write a new engine at that point, you know. Which is basically what Crate is doing for Grim Dawn 2 anyway, so. New engine, hooray! Just hard code everything in your engine, yeah. Yeah, FoA's engine is from like 2000, like mid or late 2000s as well. Like mid 2000s rather, yeah. Whereas this one is like Grim Dawn's engine. Sure, they upgraded it a lot and they tweaked some things here and there, but the initial engine was like written for Titan Quest, so it's from, I don't know, like 25 years ago now, basically. Old engine. Wait, let's put one here, one like here, and one here. Let's get some more HP from Word of Renewal. Yo, Grey maybe. Grey Maybussy. Are they working on Grim Dawn 2? Well, they have finished their new engine recently, on which they will produce a new RTS game, real-time strategy game, as well as eventually Grim Dawn 2. And they are planning to start like pre-production of Grim Dawn 2 after Fangs of Aztekon release at some point, I assume. Like at some point this year. Which is nice. And I mean, RTS is honestly also cool. I generally like RTS as a genre more than ARPGs even, so sounds good to me.
I've been expecting you.
Whee. He's been expecting me, but did he expect these lightning bolts in his face?
When I'm done with you, I will crush
Seems like he didn't.
now. I will demonstrate my true
Power. True power wrecked by a box. El Mao. You contacted Mr. Monday. Nice. Well, Mr. Monday doesn't have FoA himself, but you wanna basically any kind of like FoA testing. You wanna hold on. I can just put you into like close testing maybe, or just like report to myself as in a DM. I think for now it's maybe like the best to keep spoilers away from people. I don't want to like draw any Xantai attention either.
Good, you're back. One of you. That's good work. There is that. The warden's defeat is a.
So you must be the guy before.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I mean, there should be no actual like Fangs of Aztekon files in like the season right now, though. Like only references to Aztekon files, basically, or like stuff that requires Aztekon templates to work in the first place, and then like that kind of stuff. Well, like works if you have Aztekon installed, and it doesn't if you don't have it installed. Let's say it like that. Hey Rect, don't know how to get a girl, I just don't like spending money on them. How can I solve the situation?
I cannot speak.
Yeah, don't spend money on them. Otherwise, I don't know, man. You gotta start going out and doing hobbies that also girls do, I guess. As boring as they might be sound or are sometimes. And yeah, don't spend money on them. I mean, you can spend money on your relationship once you're married. I think that's totally valid. Like, invest into your family or whatever, but like, basically before you're married or living together, it makes no sense. No romance at all? Well, I mean, you can... I mean, it depends what, like, spending money on somebody means, right? You can be romantic without spending money on somebody. You can, of course, like, buy somebody, like, you know, gifts of, like, gratitude, like, or like, what is it called? Like flowers and stuff, or chocolate or whatever, right? But, like, that's not, like, what I mean by spending money on them, you know? Or it's also fine to, like, you know... like invite them for, like, if you invite somebody for dinner, you can also like pay dinner for them sometimes, because ideally in a healthy like relationship or like in a healthy dating phase, also like she's gonna pay for dinner as well sometimes, depending on like maybe how much she's earning and how much you're earning. But I showed you my Steam library, please respond. Okay, I think we're skipping the Slith necklace quest though. Like, what the heck, man? The Slith aren't gonna drop their necklaces, then we aren't gonna help them. Or we aren't gonna do this quest, I guess. Let's go through the portal real quick and get a movement ability. How do I level up this woman build you were talking about?
So, the three have to go.
The emissary warned me.
To be fair, flowers is a good point. Like, flowers is always like easy for like easy impression most of the time, right? Flowers, I mean, flowers can be expensive, but they can also be very cheap if you just need to like know where to get the right flowers. And I don't think like most women care about how expensive they are. They just want any kind of like appreciation, basically. And if they do care about, or like if they are like, oh, why didn't you buy me better flowers? And then you can be just like, yeah, well, okay, fuck off.
The weeping spines do not lie. You have come to fragment the memories of the forgotten. But who will stand by your side? Much purpose flows within you.
Much purpose flows within you. Yeah, okay. I mean, choose whichever guy you want to be a part of. Rift Tear, or like, I mean, whatever movement ability rather you want to use. First of all, we gotta use a medal though. This one's level 20. Yeah, it's a pretty decent medal. Do I want to continue this act? I think I want to actually continue this act. Because in this act, you can get... wait, actually Enslaved Wraiths from Act 5, not this act. But you can get like the Chosen Mask for Stormbox, like a pretty nice helmet. Ah, but then again, like, Act 2 also has Ulra Praxis Sting, right?
The skies, our seers.
When Fangs of Astakarn. Tomorrow, hooray! Maybe tomorrow we'll get a random like drop about the release date, who knows? Probably not, but maybe.
Ich sage, ich gehe einkaufen. Sie sagt, bring mir bitte neue Kopfhörer mit. Ich frage, was für Kopfhörer sie möchte. Sie sagt, blau sollen sie sein. Ich beende das Gespräch.
I mean, honestly, that is a valid conversation that you can have. You can just be like, okay, buy some blue like headphones, and if she doesn't like them, you can just be like, okay, either like you just like keep the receipt, right? Because if she doesn't like them, just like you can put them back, basically, get your money back. What is this, dude? But men are superior, better at basically everything, so why only men has to act like they need a relationship? Wait, what? What? Most sanest YouTube comment. Classic YouTube comment. I mean... What? Roman was talking about his out of his ass about weak beta man without testosterone today as well. I mean, he's called Roman for a reason. He might as well call himself like Spartan. Base game done already at level 17. Yeah, we just defeated Logorian. Easy speedrun. Mad Roman, average person from Romania. Wait, was he ranting on your guys' Discord? I think I gotta read that. Because like sometimes I feel like those people can have like a point, but it's obviously like usually a little very over the top and very ridiculous. But also there's women out there that literally think that like men should be like that. And that's why I have like some men acting like that. And because they have like found a woman who wants men to be like that, they think like all men should be like that. Because their woman thinks that men should be like that. They should just date each other then. I mean, that's what they do probably, because I don't know if he has a wife or something, but not sure. Weren't Spartan like all fucking each other as well? Yeah, like true men with high testosterone. Only the receiving part is gay. Everybody knows that.
Männer müssen keine riesen Babys sein, mit ihrem blöden Diablo 4 Bruce-Sit.
Reason babies. I mean, all men playing Diablo 4 are the real men because they all have like 7 women and 69 kids. We all know that. That's why they don't have time to play the game. And that's why Diablo 4 needs to be, you know, giving you like quick everything basically. 12 jobs to true. They gotta feed their whole generation. They gotta feed their whole like Mormon cult. It sucks being alone, I agree, but being with a woman is far worse. It depends what kind of... I mean, if you are with a woman that makes you feel... that makes your life miserable, just quit it. That's what I did with my last relationship. Like, she was like, blah blah blah, you have to do this, that, yada yada yada. Tried to appeal to her here and there. It worked for a bit. In some ways it also like made me a stronger man, you could say, but ultimately I had like enough of this bullshit. Like, holy shit, it was so fucking toxic, dude. I was like, I need a unlimited break from your bullshit, basically. Oh my god, they just keep on going. Sassy6998 says, that's why she-males are the superior mating partner, no bullshit plus cock. I mean, whatever floats your boat, man. I don't judge. There's nothing wrong with having whatever partner you prefer to have be with. I would not say that's a like a general statement that should be made. You judge, holy fuck. I mean, I don't judge people like doing that, but saying that it's generally better to date somebody like that is just, you know, it's not a good thing to say in my opinion. VIP that guy. Oh shit. What is happening? Hey, we could play like Inquisitor Seal actually. Actual Seal gamer. I feel like going to Forgotten Ghosts first was a mistake. Like, sure, the one helmet is nice, but the helmet is like, you get it like over here, not here. And Forgotten Gods is definitely a little harder than Act 2. So let me just clear this this area, and then I'll craft some components, which apparently I also forgot to do. And then we'll continue in Act 2. I think that's faster, easier, better to do. Metal, I need level 20 for my metal. I could also just buy metal, yeah, sure. Like a lower level metal. I'm kinda lazy right now though. Lazy and stingy. Also, you only have to like fight Ramzul, right? And don't fight him on veteran with this kind of gear. But on normal, I guess it's fine. Also, all the scorpions are like pretty lightning resistant, not gonna lie. And my lightning damage right now is still not that great, right? 114%. Yeah, it could be better for sure. Femboys are submissive and breedable. Some too. But I thought that's like what Lippen Oppenheimer said. Oh. Please don't ban me, I just like your streams. Hey, I don't ban easily. No worries. I have banned like 1 or 2 or 3 people in my life in my chat. But they have went on to absolute savagery and personal attacks. Like, everybody can have their opinion, you know? As long as you're able to respect other opinions as well. I'm usually trying my best to do that as well, even though I probably agree with not many people in my chat on many things. On other things, probably I will agree on many things, but on others I feel like, I don't know if I would agree on many things. I got the 2 halberds, yeah. I got 2 halberds here. I also got this Fangs of Astakarn item here. That's kind of what I wanted to at least complete Ramzul's area. Because even though this is like a Thermite Mine, Were-Raven, Werewolf, whatever item, and the other one that you can drop is like for Wind Devils and shit, it's still a lightning, like, scepter, with like lightning damage by default. And that's good, even for Stonebox. So yeah, just 1 more level. And let's start crafting some components real quick.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
I just feel some kind of hatred from girls here. Wait, what? Girls in my chat? Huh? What kind of girls? Are there girls present right now in this chat? And Naomi is in chat, I guess, but she's like a total degen as well. And maybe there's like one or two other women. Illumina, is she a girl? Maybe I should bot him after all. It's a little hard to listen to. I apologize. Excuse me, this is a gay chat now, girls allowed. I often act as a total pussy, does it count? Okay, maybe we should like change topic at some point. This is getting a little ridiculous. Anyway, so what can we get for lightning damage? We can get Hellbane's ammo, which is a lightning buff, aura buff. Did YouTube is... What is wrong with YouTube today, man? Did you take your pills, YouTube? Are you alright? Alright, let's just go search for like lightning damage. I mean, Stormcold Effigy is decent too, but again, it's a blue item. And as a blue item, it's worse than a Monster Frequent with a fitting affix on top most of the time, so we're selling it. What is this? Heavy armor of destruction. Yeah, you can have mods on YouTube. You have to set them. That is true. You're a bot. Welcome in, bot.
Put it to good use. I do the best I can with what I've got.
Helm should be a mod, yeah, maybe. Okay, let's use this here. Use this like here. Skill tide. Use wardstone, like, okay, on metal. Once we're level 20, right, we can juice this here, juice this there. But like anti-venom salve and boots and belt. And then we can still like use polished emeralds. I guess, almost everywhere else. This is gonna go on the offhand though, at level 20 as well. And we can do like ancient armor plating once you find one for the pants. And here, what do I put on the weapon? Do I have enough for a silver? Sure, let's do a silver, why not? Actually, let's put it on this weapon, might as well. And also, I forgot to get fabric number 3 actually. Let's go to the... Shit. The docks real quick. Important for you, if I was to do a one-time run of Grim Dawn campaign, what class should I go for that's the most fun? The one that you think is gonna be the most fun. Pretty much. There's a lot of viable beginner builds. Or like starter builds that you can choose from. Oathkeeper is fine as a secondary class, I would say, but as a primary class, it is pretty painful early on for leveling, yeah, I agree. It can pop off, but compared to most other classes, it's a little slow early. Yeah. Like, there are really fast Oathkeeper leveling builds, but they do require some rather specific items that you get like a little bit later down the line. So until that point, you're very slow. And if you don't know when and where and how to get those items exactly, you're gonna feel like you're just slow and shit at the game for longer than you need to. How do I need more and more scrap, dude? Oh, because I was crafting so much stuff. Makes sense, makes sense. If you're missing scrap early, just pay another visit to the like scrapyard here. Oh, dump it's called. You can even like go into the cave entrance, why not? Kill the mob here. At least now we should be like definitely strong enough. Scrap pile? Well, no scrap, what the fuck? Final March boots, not too bad. Beginner Inquisitor, but no Word of Pain. I mean, you can play Word of Pain if you want to on top, sure. Wait, there was not a single piece of scrap in this whole area? Oh. Okay, dude. There's usually like another pile of scrap around here. Is there not? Wait, do I have like the no scrap spawn? Oh, there it is. What the fuck? How did I not have enough scrap, man? Okay, I mean, what you can also do is you can just like reset your game and like farm scrap again. Or you can reset the game to reset your vendors.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got
And
left.
just buy some more scrap here. I think I am gonna change the boots though, even though this is kinda close.
Need something broken down?
Okay.
Be safe.
Alright. What's my opinion on doing a lightning water first to fasten the leveling process, then switch to another water afterwards? I would very much agree with that take. I think lightning water... I mean, you can also play Voldrak, like cadence water. Honestly, that's not too bad either. But lightning water is probably like slightly faster still. And to be fair, I have one more spoiler for you. It will get another once infrequent in Fangs of Astakarn. There's gonna be a once infrequent, like one more supporting once infrequent, specifically for Lightning Primary Strike Water, so yeah. Is there a mod to respec your mastery? Oops, no. He shouldn't have died, fuck. There is a tool with which you can respec your masteries, yes. But you can also just make a new character. I mean, there's usually not the need to respect your mastery, because like every mastery combination is viable, and every mastery combination has like some good builds. Any Fangs news? No Fangs news today, or like so far. But maybe at some point in May, like Zentai said. Maybe a date in May. Well, we'll get a date for the release date in May, but the release date itself is not gonna be in May. Yeah, the tool is called GD Stash. I really don't like suggesting it to anybody who's not a playtester, to be fair, for the game, because you can pretty much cheat almost everything in this game with that tool if you really want to. Which ultimately will just ruin the fun of the game for you, so... well, in the seasons you can't, but outside of seasons you can, and you can ruin your own fun. And compared to other RPGs, I feel like Grim Dawn is a very fair game when it comes to how grindy it is, or like how non-grindy it is. Okay, time to equip items that are actually good. We have equipped some Mistwalker leg pants, leggings, a medal, which allows me to also use my movement ability finally, and then we're also using Ramzul's Storm Orbs, for example, in this case, in this build, because it gives me some more like lightning damage, even though we're not like using the skills attached to the item. But early game doesn't matter all that much. It's still like a nice lightning scepter, like a guaranteed lightning scepter, basically. Oh. I'm doing all the wrong choices today. What the fuck am I misclicking, man? He also doesn't need to die, really, does he? Oh well. What does the Ascension alter in the next expansion? I don't quite understand what it does. So you can basically sacrifice some materials at the altar to significantly change your campaign experience by either changing basically like global drop tables for items. So they will, for example, drop with different type of affixes, like, or affixes associated with like a different element. You can make certain special totems spawn, which have different enemies, which have different loot. You can spawn like Chthonian ambushes from chests. You can spawn some other scary enemies. Yeah, and some other stuff. Do you spawn these things in a dungeon? No, they will spawn in the whole world, basically. Or like have a chance to spawn, like anywhere in the whole world. Some of which might have like a higher chance to spawn in dungeons, in roguelike dungeons. Some don't. Isn't Crystallum Archon like really good actually? Are they gonna announce when the patch is coming out? Well, at some point, yeah. Maybe in May. Like in May they will do the announcement. Supposedly. Announcement tomorrow, hooray! Oh well, since we did kill the one guy, we have Josephine Redden spawning here, which I haven't seen in a long time, honestly, here. Which means now we also have to kill her. But we will get this ring from her. Why the fuck does it lead level 32, huh? Bruh. It's a decent ring, or honestly, like pretty good stats, but level 32, holy shit. This ring for stat stacker speedrunners, I mean. Well, not for endgame. Or is it? I doubt it. It has the highest stats for endgame out of all rings. Are you really sure about that? That's crazy, actually. Like the highest, like, raw physique, cunning, and spirit. Well, otherwise it's pretty meh, I guess. Yeah, Runner Prox's thing is not the one we want the one from the next wasp. Ulra Prox. Right, Ulra Prox's thing is really nice, really good. How did I get my UI? I downloaded 1.3 public playtest. And then I got my UI. Which you can get here. The potion part actually I think is a little different to 1.3 public as well. The potion UI is thanks of us the current specific, so that is not actually part of the public 1.3, but only of the like internal testing 1.3. So we gotta work towards Widow, right? And probably also Eddy Storm, so we need more greens. More greens, more greens, more greens. It's gonna be like Quill, Scotter's Light, I guess. Those are the best at this early stage, I think. They can't just make an announcement, they need to do like PoE2 style trailer, gameplay demonstration, QA.
Keep your weapon.
Maybe I can get Zentai to stream with me, then Zentai can answer questions in chat, give us a release date, and I can give you gameplay at the same time.
Put it to good use.
Maybe. Yeah, they could have done like way more with like energy as a mechanic. There's no like take damage to energy before HP. There's no like, I don't know, like there's nothing that you could. There's certainly things you can do with energy or mana in general. And Grim Dawn does like none of it. Doesn't even try. Energy Grandon is only there, so it feels shit early. To be fair, I'd rather have it be like that than to not exist at all. Because at least it's still like a puzzle on some builds, and you always have to like balance your spirit sometimes, or like your energy regen in general at least. Otherwise you run out of energy and then out of damage. So I do actually, personally at least, enjoy that part. But like they could do more than just that with it. Flames of Ignafar. He just died. What can you do? Yeah, PB build is basically energy stacker early on. Like you only have physique and cunning to equip weapons and gear, and everything else has to be like full spirit mode. Because otherwise you're out of... And you also want to ideally always have an offhand, always have like a chest and helmet with energy regen and rings, so... PvP energy is like a little better now, I think, than before, but you kinda still need a lot of energy gear, I would say. I mean, Phantasmal Blades is totally fine, I think, as a starter ability. It is energy hungry, yes, but like the game gives you tools. Like there are enough tools in the game. You just have to use them. Wait, now the potion is bugged again. What the fuck? It wasn't when I started today, right? What is happening with the potion, man? It's so weird. I think Scholar's Light is actually better than Quill earlier. Very slightly so. Because like you get faster to the third node, and the third node is kind of decent like damage and regen, like energy regen. What node? This one. It's like way better than node 3 in Quill. I mean, I think early game probably even better than the last node in Quill. How do you get that before Cronley? Did I say that? I didn't mean to. I mean, I wasn't talking about speedrunning, to be fair. For speedrunning, it's a different story, yeah. Oh wait, they made energy worse for PB, not better? Maybe not. They speedrun everything. They even speedrun life sometimes, yeah. I do like to speedrun sometimes in-game, but IRL, I would like to not speedrun that much. So Bourbon's dog has come barking. Woof woof. Easy. Oh. Is it an actual useful double rare? No, of course not. Unlucky. Unlucky. Triple Rus, resistant, cronless signet. I mean, sure. Sounds good to me. Okay, do I want to add Word of Pain or what do I want to add? What skill do we add now? Rune of Hagrid? Do I want to play cold after all? Should we make a lightning or a cold Inquisitor chat? And we could do lightning Rune of Hagrid even, technically. When was the last time I had a cold? I had a pretty bad, terrible cold in November, actually. Luckily, since then, no more, but like... You are Inquisitor, Harry. Let's use the Rune of Hagrid. Hybrid Cold Lightning, I dare you. Anyway, we got some GG item here. Oropraxis thing. Damage to box and +1 to all skills to Inquisitor. I mean, what can you ask more for? Seems huge. Every spotter. Is it like another one of the 59? There's like this one like German Harry Potter series, let's call it. I feel like after you've seen that one, you don't need to see like any other like Harry Potter like mashup anymore. It's just, it's enough cancer for like your lifetime. Balenciaga version. I mean, the OG one was not AI yet, but Harry Potter und ein Stein, well, yeah, exactly.
Now that we're not...
Come, friend, right to business. Nobody...
Back to business then. What's that? 5,500 cunning blade master. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, it's like a build for the rings. I mean, I know the Balenciaga Harry Potter stuff as well. I've also seen those already. Harry Spotter. You're a spotter, Harry? These scammers. Rest in peace, scammers. Yeah, compared to what we have now, ODI was Truly in its infant stages still. Let's get some more HP. Why am I going here? I'm not even playing the league, right? There's no secret room here. This is just a random ass boring boss. Oh wow, he used the skill. Oh wow, he died. AI is against your religion. Understandable. Whee. Tentacle monsters go boom. Oh, zap zap. I didn't hit them for the shield. I think the shield's pretty useless for this build. Yeah, it's literally useless. Oh, we got a Blade of Agoloth though, actually. Huh. That sounds like it's made for the Storm box of Agoloth. Is it better than the Ramzul's orb? Probably slightly better, actually. 25. When is PV2 stuff? In 1 hour, right? 1 hour for 0.5 reveal. Then we can do a poll of like PV2 is still bad or not. I mean, PV2 is not bad, but PV2 equals PV1. I would disagree. It does have some like similarities, but overall, I think it's definitely a different game. Which PV1 and 2 had an offline mode? To be fair, PV1 and 2, since they're like pause function, they have like by far the best like hardcore online experience, because you literally cannot die to any kind of like server shit lags anymore properly. Like you always DC almost perfectly before you die. Unlike in games like Last Epoch or I don't know how Diablo 4 handles that. I don't want to know even, I think. But like in LE, it's still the way it used to be in PoE as well. Like if you DC, you're high chance you're just gonna die and have to feel bad about dying. Like preserving a game, if servers go down like 10 years, you can still play. I mean, okay, that's the fair point. That is a fair point. That is nice to have. For sure. I think if I ever play Ellie again, I'll play... I honestly just play offline though. It's like, it's just so much smoother. Like, Ellie was made for offline mode in the first place. The whole, like, online part about the game. Sure, it helped them with, like, initial sales. It definitely did. But long term, I feel like it was a big fail. Going online. I mean, they could just like keep supporting the game as an offline game. Like, they don't have to run their servers. But they have also like invested so much into like their servers and like all the netcode and so on. Kinda shit netcode apparently, but it is netcode. As weird as it sounds, you have friends. Wait, what? This guy is boasting. What the fuck? Calm down. Friends in this economy? What? But they're all male friends, right? Because then you don't have to pay anything for them, right? Oh my god, let's not go there again. Jesus. Vigorous of Squalls. I mean, sure, why not? Let's go with the Squalls. Okay. Put this here again. Nice, nice. Hand in this quest. Nice, nice. Let's hand in the quests here as well, actually. A bit spaghetti, lol. Yeah, got like 200 hours in new season 4. I think season 4 is honestly not a bad season. It was pretty decent. I personally only had time to play it for like 2 days, but it was a pretty decent season. I think it was better than season 3. Kinda... I feel like big time investment style though, I kinda stopped playing Ellie after season 2. Not because Ellie... Not because I think Ellie is bad. Whether it is bad or not, that's like up to you to decide. I don't think Ellie is that bad of a game overall. But more just because I had like not as much time to play games anymore, and Grim Dawn is still Grim Dawn, you know, and it takes priority most of the time, so. Only play Diablo 3 because of friends. To be fair, I also only started playing Diablo 3 because of a friend who liked playing Diablo 3. Or like playing Diablo in general. Well, back then it was only 2 and 3. And 1, of course. But, I mean, I played like 2 months with him. And I was like, yeah, sure, this is like a cool game, but it's also getting very boring very fast, because it's very one-dimensional. And then I just stopped playing Diablo 3 until... I stopped playing ARPGs in general until, well, Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is my second ever ARPG. And before Grim Dawn I only played Diablo 3. Believe it or not.
We speak at last.
You played the D4 add-on, because your cousin begged you to. I'm low-key liking it a bit. Yeah, apparently it's pretty good. For people that basically enjoyed playing Diablo 3. Never played Valhalla. Nope, I still have not. I still don't know what a true vampire hunter feels like. You also played Sacred 1 and 2. I was interested in maybe like playing the Sacred Remaster or whatever, because I've never played Sacred. But supposedly Sacred Remaster was shit, so... I have still not played Sacred ever. When are we gonna play Star Wars The Old Republic MMO? I had a friend who played Star Wars The Old Republic. I've never played it myself though. Never played that one either. Only $70 for Diablo 4. Like including expansion or without expansion? That's without expansion. Like to get like everything up to date, it's like still like $100, something like that, right? Base game and both add-ons. It's a bundle. Oh. That's how they get you. I mean, Grim Dawn is also going to be a full bundle like with the expansion, I think. It would be stupid to not have it like that. $5 trillion for Omega Hyper Edition. Get a little statue in your room. You can get Mephisted by Mephisto. I mean, what? Mephisto statue. Hey Marcus, welcome in. Age of Hatred. Yeah, I already hate the name. And the rest of it too. At least they're honest about it, you know? Get the Age of Hatred collection now. Mephisto up your life. Get it now. Log in now, Blue Boar. Favorite act? I kind of low-key like Act 2 actually. I also like Act 3. But I mean, like, design-wise and so on... I think Act 5 maybe is my favorite. Or Forgotten Gods. Or Act 3. Nah. I mean, Bloodgrove is cool. And like... I mean, the farmlands are a little cringe. Act 1 is also... Act 1 is unparalleled when it comes to setting, the like initial setting of the game, the lore, all the like side areas, all the side quests and so on. It's really great for that. But for actual like game pacing and so on, like replaying stuff, I'm not sure if it's because you're a lot faster in Act 2 and 3 than you are in Act 1 as a character, because you're more powerful. I kind of like 2 and 3 for like multiple playthroughs, just like, you know, run and chill. That said, I also really like the new Forgotten Gods, I mean, Fangs of Astakarn Act. That's all I can say about it. I can't say that much about it, but I can say I like not all about it, but most of it. I was informed that Wolsen Lords of Mayhem was shut down. What? You can still play offline mode, right? Like Wolsen actually had an offline mode. Yeah, DC is kind of like the hub that you'd want to actually expand upon, right? Like, I didn't see... maybe Homestead you also kind of want to, like, build up a bit more. But mostly Denver's Crossing. The other hubs, I mean, the Corvin City, for example, like the Udenborg, they don't feel like they need help, you know? They're already, like, fleshed out. They already, like, set up properly. They look nice. Denver's Crossing is, like... holding on to like a single string, it feels like. So when you start patching the whatever I call like the ceilings with like the fabrics and so on, right? It's kind of nice. And Homestead is doing a little better, but also feels kind of like you want to help them like retrieve their cannons and, you know, like start building up the farms and play some Father's Frontier basically in Homestead. Mr. Uga Uga. Ugru Voldrak, the Destroyer. He's only gonna destroy these nuts. With the same. Terrible, 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 but I think blue items like sell for a bit more. Yeah, if you don't like lightning and water for some reason, you can just play this item and play like physical cadence. Pretty natural transition into Avenger, or like pretty natural leveling build for Avenger. Yeah, the Rainbow Filter mod is arguably like the only mod like that's borderline mandatory. I don't think it's really mandatory though. For most people, like for many people it is. And if you're new to the game, it definitely helps you to learn like affixes and so on a lot easier. Dude, why are blue items so shit? Fucking guardsman set. Why is it so bad? Okay, do I want to change my weapon to the curse, the cleansed blade of Elgoloth rather? I think that's a yes. So this is not a shit blue item for once. Very nice. Alright, why am I still using a yellow belt? Is there a good belt here? No? The Ramzul's item that I just destroyed is a Fangs of Asakarn weapon, yes. Correct. Ramzul, the first boss in Forgotten Gods basically, in the... What's it called again? Temple of Posure. We'll drop it. Well, he can drop like 2 items even. The one I had is one of the 2. The other one is kind of similar though. The other one is a Lightning, Aether, Wind Devil item.
Well, if it isn't my old friend from Devil's Crossing.
Because we didn't have enough Wind Devil support yet, and the Wind Devil wasn't strong enough for leveling yet, right? Dude, the Wind Devil leveling is just ridiculous. They could have just colored the affixes in the game. I mean, they are doing that, but whatever is like the highest rarity overall just like colors the entire item into that color. That is what it is. Suidoken. What? Oh. A lot of stats. A lot of lines. No knighting damage, but I mean that's a lot of lines. A lot of resistances. Speaking of resistances, I do wanna get more vitality resistance because we are slowly but surely getting into areas where we will have more and more enemies dealing some vitality damage as well. Right now though we're doing fine. They make ultimate easier? No, but the game just had like a bit of power creep over the years. So right now ultimate is definitely easier than it used to be like 5 years ago, for example. It is definitely like noticeably easier, 100%. They didn't make the difficulty itself easier though. It's just power creep on like the player side. Skills got buffed, items got buffed. Ultimate needs a veteran. Well, we're getting Ascended mode. Which is basically Ultimate Veteran. A bit more than just that, but... Yeah. Well, we're getting Veteran ticker for all the relevant difficulties. Which is why Elite is not getting any. crab turtle behemoth. Crab turtles are attacking. One and the two and the three. We already have Aetherus capped. Holy shit. Oh. I mean, for normal, I feel like Stormbox is maybe actually still better than Rune of Color Store, right? Like, at least for everything that's not a boss. Colors, like, box is just so OP as well. I mean, not sure, like, on normal, like, as long as you somewhat know what you're doing, everything is giga easy anyway. Like, normal at this point, they might as well, like, rename to Journalist difficulty, not gonna lie. Wait. And Word of Pain, like, does the same. I mean, it's a bit better for AoE, yeah. And am I losing my mind? Where the hell is Mogara? She's over here, right? Yeah. Somehow went the wrong way. Oops. Or like a slight detour. Word of Pain is certainly nice if you want to be, I guess, even lazier. And like when it comes to clicking buttons. What's the end build for this guy gonna be? At this point I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm primarily just interested in just checking once again, double checking how ridiculously strong Stormbox is for leveling, or well, Word of Pain is like similarly strong. Or you just combine the two, it's also fine, of course. That's the wrong one actually. You want to get the one that is not marked on the map. Atsiri Bath Water Live Reveal. It's not gonna be Atsiri patch, is it? What is it gonna be? Who's gonna be the new big bad guy in 0.5? What do you think, guys? An ancient evil, right? Some ancient evil. Great Guardians prefix. Interesting. The Dota patch. Oh yeah, Defenders of the Ancients. True. Dota. Defenders of the Ancients. I kinda should like try retail maybe with this. Yeah, but it's fucking blade barrier, right? What the? What the? Shield block blade barrier. Wait, but the block only matters kind of for like Briar Thorns, I guess, in a way, which has retail damage on it. Yeah, I mean, this. What the fuck is that? Like a Nightblade retail item. Like what, like a retaliation dervish? I mean, no way you're playing retaliation witch hunter. I mean, I guess you could as well, but that would be wild. I think the idea behind the item is pretty cool, but it's probably not quite strong enough, or like it doesn't quite have enough support. But I like the idea a lot, actually. Even though the playstyle is a bit troll, but... Okay, maybe that's a hot take, but I think they should give Blade Barrier a similar treatment to what I did with Mirror of Hierarchies in the season. But to compensate, they should reduce the cooldown. So like it has a way lower cooldown, but it doesn't absorb like 100% of the damage, maybe like 50% at max level or something like that. And you could actually like use it a lot more and also like use it for damage much more proactively. Because I mean, for defense it's kinda shit in a way anyway, because you're literally standing still, like you're rooting yourself in place, right? It's so bad. Interiors of Kings is nice. It's really nice, but well, technically it's not channeling, it's like self-rooting. But yeah. To be fair, if it was channeling, it would be a lot better, because then you could like decide when you wanna stop it, right? But because it's not channeling, it's self-rooting, you cannot decide when you want to end it. It's such a shit skill. Like, if it was actually channeling, it would be a cool skill. Would actually be a good skill then. They should just change it to be like Eye of Reckoning template. Make it so that you cannot move.
Here's some blooms.
But because it's our reckoning template, then you could like... Thank you so much for 58 months, Thomason. Thank you so much, thank you so much. Welcome back to the Bloomers, much appreciated. How's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good.
It's a good use.
Tinkering is my specialty.
Wouldn't it just be PoE Blade Flurry at that point? I don't know what PoE Blade Flurry is personally, actually. I don't know. What I do know though is it would be mechanically superior. That's what I know. Is there like a set percent over cap to be safe? Usually people would say, I would also say, if you want to be like really, really safe, you go for like 30 to 35% over cap. For almost everything. You stand still and blades come out of you. I mean, with blade barriers, you still have to get hit, right? But if you change it to our reckoning template, then it would also like deal damage around you, I guess. But you could change it to be like our reckoning, but not do any damage unless you get hit. That should also work, I think. What build is this? This is the build for now. It's just one button click, Stormbox, and you run around kind of build. Of course, you can always add Word of Pain to a build like this. And for AoE that might be a bit better. But I feel like for AoE this is almost good enough anyway, and I kinda just wanted to check how like pure Word of Pain, I mean pure box feels like. And I would say it's still good enough. Can I answer a question about a build you're following? Sure. Ask away Extreme, how you doing, man? Welcome, by the way. Does Mogojogan still reduce your rest by like 80%? Yeah, and he also sunders your ass. So just don't stand inside a cloud. Yeah, you can post. Just post. If it's just like a quick look. I'm a little rusty when it comes to like the very most optimal devotions, to be fair. I gotta admit. For the giga juiced endgame. But maybe chat also has some input. Ultos, Bultos, Hydra, Tempest, Kraken, Turtle. To me it seems like it's fine. I think for defense though, like Turtle is a little out of meta again. I mean, Turtle can be still good for some builds, but not sure if it's good enough for this build. And I mean, you're playing spam Promise Strike, right? You're not playing cooldown Promise Strike with Rakajax, so... And you already have Behemoth. And if you're playing spam Promise Strike, I feel like you should just like try to rely on Leech. Behemoth is not that expensive, so fitting it in can be okay, I guess. As long as you have enough HP though, I don't think you need Turtle. And the Shaman Inquisitor should have plenty of HP, I think, on the current patch. You don't know how they did it? You don't know how you reach all of the devotion points? I mean, you just fill out the tier 3 last. Right, that's always a trick. You fill out the rest first. And then you do Ultos last. God kväll, lökbaronen. Välkommen in. Wait. Was that... Wait, is that actually Swedish for baron? I forgot what's baroness in Swedish. Oh, I need to polish my Swedish again. Friherre, maybe? Something like that. It's locked. Oh no. Who was it locked by? Oh shit, the healers. Sup, sup. Många lagar som floden pest att gråta. Många lager av lök. Ja. Alright. We gotta start going for the crown next. Aim for the crown. Okay, so we wanna know how to get to this devotion setup. Let's try replicating it then. And let's try replicating it by deselecting this again. Sounds like a natural. So you need 10, 10, 6, and then also 5 for Tempest. So there's a throne here. I mean, if you wanna get like the quick setup, this is not like what you should do while leveling. This is just what you do once you are like max level and you have like all the points, right? So you want to grab Hawk anyway, and then you might as well like grab something like Spider. Then you need to grab this for the purple, right? Then you need to grab some red, and for reds, well, you're gonna get reds from Kraken and Hydra, right? So let's try to get the Kraken going first. But for blues, we only want Kraken and Widow, so we gotta like pick another blue first. This is one we have to like respec a lot, actually. That's why it seems like a little tricky at first. But you eventually will get there. Yep. We can pretty much get everything, I think. Like all the tier 2s. Getting all the tier 2s is the most important part, because like tier 2s, they require a lot of affinity, but they also give you affinity back. So focus on those first, and like pick the ones that aren't completed and that are tier 3 last. And now we have already like everything except for Ultos, Behemoth, and Roan's Crown, as you can see, right? So now you just respec everything that you don't need anymore. Like Eel, the nodes here, and the Spider. And then you have 12 points which you can put into Ultos. What was it? Like Behemoth and Crown, right? Clip it and ship it, if you didn't follow. Yeah, like you need to invest into Eel and Spider, or something like that, some greens like that. That you need to like invest into like couple tier 1 devotions, which aren't part of your final setup, in order to reach all the tier 2s that you want to get in them, like for your end setup. Will new piety be added with the release of new DLS? Wait, do you mean for PoE 2 or for Grim Dawn? And what do you mean by new piety? New devotions? There will not be new devotions, if you mean devotions. There will be a new class, and there will be tons of items, and there will be other ways to strengthen your characters, but there will not be new devotions. No new devotions planned. Nope. Oh yeah, so we're done here. Let's go back to Deadman's Gulch, fetch Agram. And I think we're kind of like, well, 10 minutes away from the PoE2 0.5 reveal, which I do want to check out. We did not find his sister. That's a little unlucky. She's sometimes a bit hard to find because of like different layouts. Let's send in some quests here. Can we kill the whole like croplands in 10 minutes? I think that's gonna be a little too clutch. Like we can maybe do like the derpa spiders, but whatever they're called. Wait, what did I? Wait, I killed Bloodbriar, did I not? Huh? I was in the right cave? Okay, I guess that's what we're spending our next 10 minutes on. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. And kill Rugaru on the way, why not? Another new Fangs of Astakon spoiler right here, right? The Drangul Savage Blade, Pierce Phantasmal Blades, and Onslaught. Pretty good item for both, actually. For both Onslaught as well as Pierce Phantasmal Blades, if you're interested in playing that. I did a playthrough of Pierce Phantasmal Blades as well, on a SSF run. Which is pretty good. Grim Dawn 2, maybe next decade. Yep, exactly. Oh wait, I did go to the wrong cave here. What am I doing? I was lost in conversation last time and did not pay proper attention. Wait, what? Where is the entrance then? Oh, here it is. You're gonna be in your 50s by the time Grim Dawn 2 is out. Oof. I mean, you can still play games in your 50s, there's nothing wrong with that. And I mean, once you're retired, you will have even more time to play games again.
These are...
Ain't nobody stopping me like playing games in my retirement home, I can tell you that. Unless there's like some fucking world war or something. Who knows? +1 all skills Inquisitor shield. But not a single point of lightning damage. Close choices. Cortosian chest guard is actually kinda decent. Oh, it's no HP though? What? man. Some of these blue items like need updates badly, dude. They need to be ascended badly. Can you get like 3 slit necklaces real quick? 3 necklaces, 5 minutes. Does somebody have the link for the stream? For the FoA 2 stream? Just so we are prepared. Wait, this is not the right cave. I mean, it is a slit cave, but not the one I was looking for here. Any slit necklaces, please? Gimme. Kann ich bitte ein paar slit necklaces haben? Danke. Oh shit, another one? Alright. Easy enough. What build am I playing? I am the Storm box. The Storm in the box. Now they start dropping. What the heck? Okay, do I actually need the ring though? Wait. I mean, Vitality Rest is nice.
PLS Be Bad Po2 update. Only cared pre-launch about that game. KAKG.
Pre-launch gamers. Is that the classic like Naomi hype cycle? Before launch you care, and you're hyped, and the second it launches like despair and disappointment slowly but surely set in. Speaking of respecting devotions, let's respec a couple of devos here as well real quick. Let's grab this, respect that, and then get the crown. Alright, that's gonna be it for today, for this short like act 1 and 2 level 1 to 30 leveling for the box Inquisitor here. I can give you a quick Grim Tools link. Oh, what the fuck? Why is my Grim Tools on flippin' season 5, huh? Alright, there we go. Okay. If you're only here for Grim Dawn, thanks for watching.